Welcome to the Catholic Life Coach Podcast. My name is Carla Fitz. I am a certified life coach, wife, and mom of two beautiful little girls. My hope for this podcast is to offer support and empower other Catholic women to live their most authentic life, to share life coaching tools from a Catholic perspective in order to help you live a more fulfilling life filled with peace, joy, and abundance. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Catholic Life Coach Podcast. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. This week is an exciting week for me as a coach. It is the yearly mastermind with a life coach school, and I'm just so excited, so nervous, so in anticipation, yet just super blessed to be able to go and spend those days surrounded by other coaches, surrounded by a very high energy level and lots of learning, lots of growth. I'm just super excited and blessed to be able to go and to spend time getting to know these coaches that have had many more years than me in this work, doing this work of helping other women, other people grow and to manage their mind. I'm just so blessed to be able to go and be with them. And I will be sharing in the next episode how it went, what I learned. Just super excited to share with you guys. So this is an exciting week. In this week, I actually wanted to talk about a topic that I am insanely passionate about. I talk about this all the time with other people, and I just think it's so powerful to understand and to learn to say no, to prioritize the things that matter to you and to create boundaries that make you feel empowered and make you feel true to who you are and who God is calling you to be. I think when we are growing up, we unintentionally grow up thinking that if we say yes to everyone, we are pleasing them. We make them happy if we say yes. But what we forget is that when we say yes so much, we disappoint ourselves. And we disappoint the things that matter to us, because when we say yes to things that are not part of our priorities, part of our calling, we say no to the things that are. We say no to things that matter to us, things that we are being called to do. We say no to that in order to please everyone else. There are two kinds of giving, and I'm going to explain both, but I'm going to focus in one. The first kind of giving is the giving that you do and you say, okay, I'm giving this to you. I'm doing this for you out of love because I love you and I want to give it to you, but I don't expect anything from you in return. I'm just simply giving it to you, just simply doing it because I love you. But there's a kind of giving that looks like this. I'm going to do this for you, but in return, I expect this from you. Like, let me give you an example. As a mom, I'm going to say, okay, Sienna, I am going to give you this piece of jewelry that I absolutely love because I love you and I want you to enjoy it. But I expect you to return it back in one piece. That is a giving that I'm giving to my daughter with an expectation in return. Whereas there are things that I give to her that I simply say, hey, honey, I'm giving you this because I love you, and then I let it go. I don't expect her to love me more. I don't expect her to give me more hugs. I don't expect her to act a certain way. I'm just giving it to her because I love her. One of those things is my love for her. I give her my love fully without expecting anything in return. And the best way that I can explain this kind of love is God's love for us. Like, I'm giving my daughter, and I tell them this all the time, I love you. There is nothing that you can do to make me love you less, and there's nothing that you can do to make me love you more. You are not earning my love. You already have it. It's the same kind of love. It's not the same because it's not in the same level. The love that God for us is just, can't even wrap my head around it. When I think about how much I love my kids, I can't imagine how much more He loves us. But His love is unconditional. Like, His love is like, I love you now, I loved you then, and I will always love you, no matter what you do. And I love the explanation for my kids of saying there's nothing you can do to make me love you more, and nothing you can do to make me love you less, because that is how God loves, and that's how I want to practice loving them. But the type of giving that I want to focus on today is the type of giving that we do expecting something in return. So I'm giving you this, but I'm expecting you to act a certain way. I'm giving you this, but I expect you to give it back to me eventually. I'm inviting you so that you invite me the next time. When we do something in order to please someone else, we are giving to gain some sort of control. And the truth is, we can't. We think, and the mistake is that we think if we give this to this person, or if I do this for this person, I'm going to make her happy. I'm going to make him happy. And in reality, we don't. We can't actually make someone feel a certain way. Why? Because only we can manage our own emotions, which means that we can't manage other people's emotions. So when we say yes to everything that they're asking us to do, and we are expecting them to act a certain way, we give all of our power, the power of our emotions, to them. A few weeks ago, we talked about saying yes, but we were talking about saying yes to God, to doing the things that He's asking us to do, to change, to invest time in ourselves, to invest in the priorities that He's giving us as a roadmap for our lives. But I think the mistake that we make is believing that if we do it all, we're doing the best that we can. And this is not true. I'm going to give you an example. And I'm going to use an example that I see often in my day-to-day life. And it is moms who are moving 1 million miles an hour in order to take their kids to soccer, to football, to dance, to volleyball, everything. They're working, and they have a business, and they're running around, and they are doing all the things. But I'm talking about the kinds of moms who are doing it all, exhausted, frustrated, and feeling so unbelievably annoyed with their kids because they have way too much going on, and other moms who are doing it great. I'm going to tell you something, friends. Our priorities look different. Some moms absolutely love taking their kids to each one of their games. Some moms thrive in the busyness of being with their kids and taking them to soccer games and taking them to football, and they're there and they're present and they're cheering them on and they're happy and they're enjoying every minute of it. But for some of us, this isn't the case. And I think the mistake that we make is saying yes to things that are not part of our priorities in order to fit in order to please someone else, in order to be accepted. That is a mistake, because God has not given us all the same priorities. Our priorities look different. And I think in order for us to say yes to the things that are priorities in our life and to learn to say no to the things that are not, it is important for us to get clear and to really identify what our priorities are. One of the exercises that I love from life coaching is actually writing down your top 5 priorities. What are the 5 things in your life that are non-negotiable for you, that make you happy, that bring true joy into your life? And practicing living into those 5 priorities. We think, well, there's so many priorities right now, but when you truly step down and focus on 5 priorities, you start to pay attention to what is actually important in your life and what's not important in your life. And you realize that you have busied yourself with so much that you kind of have forgotten your why. Why is this a priority in your life? I do certain things for my girls that make them happy, that maybe don't make me that excited. I still show up for them, but I don't take it to an extreme that I completely forget who I am. And I don't want that for any of you. For those of you who absolutely love these games, like I said, go for it, because these are part of your priority. But for the ones of you who feel drained, emptied, tired, exhausted, frustrated, please learn to say no. There is no shame in our priorities. God gave us different priorities, and it's important for us to determine what these are. Let me give you an example. So for me, my top one, my number one is spending time with God. Why? Because if I don't start my day with Him, the day doesn't work. Nothing gets done correctly. I'm in a mood. I'm frustrated. I feel empty. I feel depleted. And I think it is so important for us to remember also that we need to fill our cups in order for us to give our very best to those whom we love, to show up in the best of our abilities. We need to take care of our own priorities. This is not selfish. I think this is part of caring for others, is for us to take care of ourselves, because when we do not, we don't show up in the same way. I'm sharing this with you from experience, from my own mistake of believing that if I pleased everyone else, I would be happy. And I found out the hard way that all I was doing was trying to please everyone else, never achieving it because I can't take care of their emotions. What I realized was that I was in the search for pleasing everyone else. I forgot to please the one who gave me my desires, and I forgot to please me. And I realized that the moment that I stepped really into living into my priorities and the priorities that God gave me, I was showing up as the most true version of me. I was happier, and therefore everyone around me was happier, because I was not in a mood. I was not holding regrets. I was not holding secret grudges around other people because they were not taking care of my needs. I realized that I was in charge of my emotions. So if you are struggling with saying no, I want you to remember this. If you don't remember anything else from this podcast, remember this line. If you say yes to all of the things that are not part of your priorities, you are saying no to the things that are. And that is a tragedy in our lives. And I'm going to tell you why. When you say no to you and you say yes to other people, just unconsciously, always in the trying of pleasing them, of trying to fit in, you forget who you are. You forget what matters to you and what needs to be done from you. And the things that need to be done by you do not get done because you are depleted. Do not forget who you are. Do not disconnect from your why. Do not let go of what God is asking you to do, because He's asking you to do it for a reason. But if you say yes to everyone else and you forget to say yes to the things that matter to you, and if you don't practice saying no to the things that you do not want to do, you miss out on your own experience. I want to encourage you guys to really get clear on what your 5 priorities are in your life at this moment. These priorities will change. In each season, there's different priorities. But right now, at this very moment, what are the top 5 priorities for you? Get clear on those, and then practice saying no to the things that take you away from those priorities. If more work takes you away from your children, and your priority is to spend time with them, say no. Practice saying no. And remember that saying no can also be an act of love. It's an act of love for the things that God is asking you to do. It's an act of love for your own mental health, your own boundaries. And it is a gift for the things that you are meant to do in this lifetime, my friend. Practice saying no this week out of love, with a lot of trust in the things that God is asking you to do. Practice saying no and get very clear on your priorities. I will talk to you guys next week. Until next time, God bless. Thank you for joining the Catholic Life Coach podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure to share it with a friend, leave a 5-star review, and subscribe so that you get notified as soon as the episodes are out. Also, if you are a Catholic woman who is ready to gain authority over her thinking and gain some freedom for the rest of your life, make sure to apply to work with me. I am currently looking to support 5 women who are ready to feel more peace, joy, and abundance. The link is in the description. Until next time, God bless.